Hello again, and thank you for joining Jeff and Jenny's Classic Restorations. It's another hot day. Jenny's hot under here. We have to keep using flannels and a little fan to keep her cool. But off to work a little bit later today, so I'm going to do this video in two parts. You will see it in one go, but I've had a few problems with the FZ50. I'll show you in a moment, but also I'll show you what I've done and what I plan to do. So we'll have a quick look at the FZ50. I'll show you some of the problems I've had. Well, before we start, just to sort of show you, this is over here, just came from Denmark, came yesterday. It didn't take long at all actually, and it was about £9 including postage, but in this country that they are being sold for about £29 plus postage. So there's the old one. It's just, I could have painted it, it's got a little crack in there and everything, but I think it probably goes yellow because of the heat. But yeah, that's a copy, but it looks just as good, doesn't it? So I'm quite pleased with that. Right, let me come back to some of the problems I have had with the engine side of things for the time being. Right, just to let you know, slight problem I've got. I went out for a run. Well, one of the first days I'd done the recommissioning. Had no power at all really. Just struggled up to about 20 miles an hour. Came back, checked the spark plug, black. Anyway, cut long story short, I took the carburetor off again, cleaned all that. Eventually, somehow I got around to taking the air filter off, and it started to run all right. Still didn't speed up to 30 miles an hour, but it seemed all right. But anyway, I found that the plug cap, spark plug cap, there was no continuity in it. So it's the first time I've ever had a problem with one of those. So I waited for that to come yesterday or the day before, and I took it for a run with no air filter on, which I don't like to do, and it was pretty much running as normal. It had full power right up to 30 miles an hour. But this is the problem I've got. When you start it, which I'll show you in a minute, it will run lovely like this. But as soon as you put the, I can find it, put the air filter and cover back on, it doesn't really want to rev very much. So, and also if I took it on the road, it wouldn't be much good either. So that's the problem I've got. I did do a compression test. At one stage it was about 80, which is not very good. I checked the studs and the bolt nuts on there, and a couple of them were quite loose. So I'm thinking, well, okay, maybe it's losing compression. I tightened those up, all four again, done the compression test. It's about 100, which is the lower side of okay, I suppose. So I thought, well, what I'm going to do, I was going to clean and paint this bit anyway. So, and also I need to get some matching paint. So the plan is now is to take this footrest off. I can use that as the matching colour, and then I'm going to take the cylinder off. It needs decoking, and I've also bought a new piston. So I thought some new gaskets, new pistons, which obviously haven't. I already ordered them yesterday. So I'm going to just do this today, and then eventually when the other bits come in, I can get on and I can repair this cylinder as well, ready to all go back on. At the same time, I thought, well, I might as well be doing the exhaust pipe as well, whilst that's going to come off, and maybe this. I'm tempted to do the wheel. I may powder coat that. I was in two minds whether to powder coat or paint, but I'll think about that when I get to it. So today's job, well, I'll just show you what happens first, and I'll get it warmed up first, and then I'll show you what happens. Right, so it's warmed up a little bit now. Still running the revs a little bit high, but I'll bring that down. But as I say, if I rev this up now, it will go up to normal speed, no problem. But I'll put this on. Now try. You can see it's not as sharp as it used to be with that. So it's better than it was. But take that off again. Right, So my plan is to hopefully improve the compression. Maybe there's not enough suction, I might be wrong, or the exhaust may be blocked slightly, or the outlets on the exhaust here, maybe, but it's just something I'm just going to try. So I'm going to get these, undo these 2 bolts, get the foot pegs off, and then I'm going to get the cylinder off, and eventually obviously we can get the exhaust pipe off. So I'll do those cosmetic bits later on. Today we'll just get this cylinder off and the head, and wait for the new piston, which I'll do. You'll see that later on when I do that. So let's get this off. Seem to be 13, so let's just get these off. As I say, I can use this. Mind you, this seems to be a lighter blue, but I can use this as a guide when I get some paint ordered. So let's just get these off. Okay, that's one, and I'll just get the other one off. Right, so now with that out, it should just pull off. It should hopefully. Oh, it's stuck here somewhere. Oh well, never mind. Oh, it's stuck the other side. I'll get that off. Right, I believe, looking at the manual, we don't have to take the leg shield off, so it should just come off that way. What I'm going to do is take the exhaust pipe off first. It looks like it's a hex key there, so let's get that off. Well, to be honest, that was quite loose as well. See what the other one's like. I won't be out here much today. It's too hot for me, too hot for Jenny, and I've got to go to work. So it's just really getting this done, and I can get on with this when I get some time. That's not very tight either. Right. Right, okay. Let me get these 2 out. Well, they're out. I suppose we might as well get the exhaust off, get it out of the way, really. So we just take this off, 2 of these, and then I'll get that powder coated before we go back on. It depends on time if I can get that back wheel powder coated, but we'll see, or painted. We'll see how we go with that. Okay, right. Let's just keep them safe there for a minute. Right. Okay, so there's just one bolt there that's bolt and nut holding that on, and then it looks like a 15 perhaps. I think the heat's getting to me. There wasn't a 15 at all, it was a 12, so and that's not very tight either. I thought I remember last time this was, I can't remember if it was this scooter or not, but I remember it was a bit of a nightmare to unwiggle it. Let's see. I've got a new gasket set anyway, so we'll get a new one for this where it joins the cylinder. Okay, oh no, that's easy enough. And there's the little gasket. Right. Get that back, excuse me. Right, okay, I've got a new one of them coming anyway. And I think what we'll do is put this back for now. I was going to lose that one, and I'll put the other 2 back in a minute. Right, that's that done. It doesn't look too bad. A bit of a rub down. I don't know what that is on there. It must be paint or something. Because I've ordered some paint. I don't know whether I'll spray this or whether I'll paint it by hand. But it's not too bad. We'll clean that one up. And then finally, we'll try and get these bolts out here, nuts, which I think are 10. Right, so now we can undo these. So 2 of them were very loose yesterday when I tightened them up. Let's just try and do it diagonally I can find the other one. And we're here. Excuse me in the way, I can't find the other one. Oh. There we are. Okay, I'll go around and do the other side, and I'll get all these 4 out, and then we'll try and see what happens when I take that off. Right, there's the last bolt on that. I'll keep that with the other 3 there, and then hopefully this will slide off. There we go. There's a bit of oil around there, but I don't know if that's probably just come down from when I chucked oil all over it the other day. Okay, that's seen worse. Let's have a look at the actual cylinder. Might have to tap this a bit. Bear with me. So he just gives us a little tap all the way around with this plastic one. There we go. That's got it. There we are. Right. Okay. There we go. The exhaust, there's nothing too bad. The exhaust port's alright. The cylinder's lining's alright. Now I remember before I did put some of this blue stuff around, but apparently it says don't do that. So I'm going to clean all this up, get that off. The piston, let's have a look. Well, a little bit of blow by there. It could have. Generally, it's all right. Yeah. Anyway, we've got a new piston coming, and I'm going to clean all this up, degrease it. Yeah, get the exhaust pipe done as well. This is, I say, fairly good. That can hopefully, might be able to polish that one up, clean it and polish it, so that'll be all right. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that for today. It's only just whilst I'm in the middle of work, so when I come back to you, hopefully this will all be nice and black again. This will be shiny, and then we can get the piston in, new one, and see if that's made any difference to compression. But it wasn't that bad in the end, but I think this, because some of these bolts are loose, so I've got a feeling this is what has not really helped here at all. So look at this, all these, to get all this off. Okay then, right, so I'll be back to you shortly, and we'll get it put back together again. But that'll probably be another week for me, but excuse me, 2 minutes for you. Well, there's Jenny, seeing what's going on. Just want to give you a bit of an update with this. I am going to carry on and get this done as a one complete video this week, and then next week definitely going to have to get on with the lawnmower again. So I just wanted to show you just briefly where I'm at the moment. See the cylinder head, I put that in the ultrasonic cleaner, and then that's painted aluminium. I've got the gasket set now, and the pistons have come. The pistons set in there, and also I managed to go to a local paint shop. Now he was very good. He's even given me some free little measuring things, but he's mixed that up with the computer, and it's the same as this blue. And I will give him a little plug. I think he's just been going a little while, but I just found it. Auto Paint Direct. I assume he must have a website as well. So excellent service, very friendly. Got talking to people in there, telling me, you know, different tips on painting and everything. So that's that. The brake is absolutely fine, as I expected. I will just, I cleaned it all up. I will put just a little bit of grease in there just to help that. And I've been cleaning up the back of the engine here. All that oil had come down and run all over here. So I'm working on cleaning that up at the moment. So obviously the back wheel's off. I did try and leave it off this morning, but it's too hard. So I went down to a local chap and he's taken it off for me. Actually, he didn't charge me anything, but obviously I will give him some money. He'll put that back when I'm off again next week. So so that will be powder coated now. I will just show you a brief part of that in a moment. I'll powder coat that. We move over around here. I've now sanded down the cover, the protector for the exhaust, and the exhaust has also been painted now in a matte black heat resistant paint. So the plan today is now to get that wheel sanded down. I'll do it in the two parts, take the screws out, the bolts out, and we will endeavour to powder coat that and that little exhaust protector as well. And then also I've got, oh sorry, one other thing I meant to say, I'm just waiting for some black paint for the cylinder. I did clean it all up. That went in the ultrasonic cleaner. I've greased it up in there just for now. It's all okay in there, so just waiting to get that painted, let that dry for a few days, and when I come back, hopefully we'll have the tyre on and we can get everything back together. So hopefully we have a bit more compression, even though it wasn't too bad. So I'm going to get on today, start sanding this wheel rim down. You don't have to see all of it, I'll just show a little bit, and then that should look quite nice. I was just going to paint it in the end, but I thought, oh no, let's just do it properly. So it's not too bad. So it's just a little bit surface rust, nothing to the wheels I've had before. So we'll get this sanded down. Right, I'm going to keep all the wheel together for the time being, gives me something to hold on to, and then eventually I'll take these bolts out and we can pull that centre bit off, and then we can just powder coat the two holes separately then. So I'll just get a mask on and then we shall get grinding. Okay, well, just a little bit. It's quite boring thing to have to do, but I think it's worth doing. We'll get it's coming back to nice bare metal now, and so it's only just very fine surface rust. So hopefully this wheel should come up nicely. So I'm going to get on and do this boring bit for ages, and then I'll come back to you. But eventually that's all done. All the rust is off down to bare metal. I've also gone over with some acetone now, so I'll just get the mask on. I'm going to use this rack. Hopefully this will work. I can hang it straight up into the oven then. So let's get started on this. Let's get the mask on. Might be a minute. There we go. Not ideal, but hopefully it'll work. Well, that was a bit of a palaver, but finally got it in there. So put it in there. Should be 10 minutes, but we'll probably do it for just over about 13 minutes, I suppose. And then we'll see how that one comes out, and then we'll try and do the middle bit. Well, I had to move on quite quickly. I've got to go out very shortly, but that's come out all right, the actual rim bit. And so what we'll do now, and this is I had to get on and get this done as well. This is the inner hub bit. So let's try and get this on then, shall we? It just goes in from behind here. Drop these 4 bolts in. Okay, and hopefully just tighten them up the other side so they don't all fall out. There we are. And a washer. Okay, right, I'm going to go around and do all those, and then that's the wheel done. Right, okay, that's all tightened up now. When I'm off, I'll go and see this chap here, put the tyre back on for me. And whilst I was at it, I've done that. That was a nickel silver. This is the exhaust shield. Remember how horrible that was, stuff dripping down it and everything. But that's sanded back, and that's come up quite nice as well. So that's it for now. Still the same video, obviously, but I've got that paint coming for the engine cylinder. So I'll get on and do that when I get a chance. Let that dry, get the tyre on, and then we can finish it off, get everything back together again. So I'll leave it for that for now, and yeah, until I'll get the tyre on and we'll carry on and finish it off. Well, finally back. Just had 2 days sick with a trapped nerve in the shoulder. It's been going on for a couple of weeks, but it was very, very bad for a couple of days. I was off for 2 days. I managed to rest yesterday, and the only thing I did do last night when it wasn't too bad, I wanted to show you putting this on, but it took absolute ages. It's not the ideal position when it's actually on the bike. It worked, but trying to get the clips into the piston and trying to get that on with not, trying to get over one side and back this side. But I'll leave a link in the at the end to the video where I did do this with the engine out. That's definitely going to be the best way. But hopefully that's all okay. It's all been painted and everything. I've got the tyre done now. I've got the tyre put back on. So we'll just get the wheel back on, get the exhaust on, which is now done, and see if it makes any difference. Right, back down this end. I've greased this little bit up here where it twists for the brakes. I've cleaned everything up under here now with a wire brush. It's all clean, and ACF50 some of these nuts and bolts and everything. So let's get the wheel on. It's just I just got back about half an hour ago, and really nice to get this back on, wasn't it? Hopefully. Oh dear. Great, isn't it? I've got this airbox in the way. I should have taken that off. Are we on there? I think so. Bear with me again. Okay, that's on now. I had to try and line it up with the lugs because of course that's still spinning, so but it's on now. So let's get this one tightened up. And then this is a castle nut. I'm not sure if I've got any split pins. I did have in the far, but I can't remember if I bought any. But I may have to use the old one, which is not ideal for the moment, but I'll have to get some more. But I'll have a look in a minute. So I'll get this tightened up and hopefully find a split pin for that. Right, okay, I think we can get the exhaust on now. I'll lightly put it on here first. And then we put hopefully get the other bolts in on the cylinder there. So just put that in there for now. This is the new gasket, came with the gasket set. And I think these bolts that hold it on, I suppose it has some sort of lock nut on, but I will put something in there, maybe some sort of washer anyway. So we'll see if we can get this lined up there. Just find something to go in there, and then I'll be back. Right, let's try and grovel under here. I forgot to mention I didn't have any split pins. I'm not going anywhere yet, so I think I'll order a set and that will go in later on. But let's have a look how we can line this up. There's the little washer that goes in this little recess in there. That's in, and then hopefully this will all line up, I'm hoping. Okay, let's get one started. Oh, it's just started my arm off again, isn't it good? Let's see. Oh dear. Right, okay. Once again, oh no, sorry, I think that's lined up. Once again, I'll get these in. It's just a case of lining them up, tighten it up, and then we can tighten the back bit up. There we are, it's going in now. Okay, I'll just do the other side. Right, so exhaust is back on now, tightened up. The bolts tightened up that holds it on here. We've got the exhaust guard on. That looks nice now compared to before. The wheel looks nice, so that's cosmetically done. I'm just hoping now that it may have solved the problem so we get it started, but I still think I'm going to have problems with it. But at least we know the piston's all new, it's all clean, the cylinders and everything. So I'll probably take this airbox off to start with, see if it runs okay, and then eventually I'll try and get it on and we'll see if it makes any difference. Well, unfortunately, I'm not able to show you a lovely smooth running engine. The compression I've tested, and that is way up, so that's good. Don't seem to be getting a spark on there, but I checked the battery. It was there's no lights or anything on there, so I've got that on charge. It's not holding the charge, so I've actually ordered another one. I don't think it makes any difference, but here is the CDI, or whatever you call it, unit, which sends the spark to the spark plugs. I'm not sure if that needs any power from the battery to give it a spark to start with. So there's no point struggling on. I've got to get on and do the lawnmower next for the next week's video. So I'll leave it for now. I'm sure we'll be okay. We will get there eventually. But we'll just leave it for now, and then I'll have to get on with the lawnmower, as I'll never get started on that. Oh, you know me, I couldn't let go on this. There was no spark to the plug wire, the plug cap. I've actually cut that back again, sprayed it out, and made a better connection. And all of a sudden, I've got a good spark on the spark plug. So hopefully this will start now, and so I'll show you what happens. Well, I still think it's still running rich a bit, but from what I can feel. But I think anyway, I'll just take it out for a test run and see how we get on with that. But at least I was able to show it running again. It's just a spark problem, but let's get it back together and I'll take it for a little run. Well, this is the second ending of the video. I've redone it because I went back to that again. So in the end, I'm glad that we did get it running again. I will take it for a little run. Maybe it will clear it out a little bit, but I'm not sure about this this rich running. But I'm going to see what difference it makes, and then I'll take it out again without the air filter, and we'll see what happens. So at least there was a decent ending in the end. As I say, it's time's getting on now. It's 2 o'clock, and I've got to get on and do some painting. It's not very good weather. It's windy, but I need to get this done because I'm back for 6 days, and at least that'll be dry by the time I get back to it next week. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you do like the videos, and hit the like button. And until next time, should be to the lawnmower. We'll see you soon. Bye bye for now.